Now, some people ask me how I blocked off my radiator before on my ALH powered wagon. On my sedan, I had this. It's a fairly thin piece of plastic. It makes that noise. It's kind of brittle. You can see a couple of cracks there. A couple of the corners have chipped up. It's not too bad. We did a pretty good job sitting right there in the front. It's a little bit large for the size of the radiator here, and I had it behind this lip right there. I think that's why it's got a couple of cracks in it, but I've hit a bunch of stuff, ice on the road and whatnot over the winter. But it cracks if I try flexing it. It just does that, which is no good. I know a lot of people like cardboard like this. I don't. It gets very wet, covered in salt, and then the cardboard will go in between all the fins, and it just becomes a nightmare. So I have two signs like this. Probably should mention I have no affiliation with this business, but it's just a sign. It's this plastic sign that you normally see on roads. It's very similar to corrugated cardboard. You can see it's got these little tubes running through it. But essentially I've trimmed off two pieces off of this sign. It is 14 inches this way, and it's 23 inches that way, whatever you want to call it, height, width, whatever. And it actually fits very well. It sits just below this piece, so it sits down right in there. And it doesn't go all the way up to the top here, because this is bent in back here, and then these corners right there don't let it go in, and I'm just too lazy to fit stuff in between these two radiators. So what I do is slide it from the bottom up. Let's see if I can do that one-handed. You can see it coming up almost to the top, but when you drop it behind that lip for stability, it sits just below the support here, and it blocks pretty much most of it, just like that. And then when you fit your bumper back on, you're really set to go. So very quick, easy. You can just use either scissors or an X-Acto knife, carpet knife, what have you, and just trim the edges. But like I said, I trimmed it a little bit to the side here, just so it clears the bolt and leaves a little bit of room here. I've got, I'd say, more than 90% of this radiator covered in this part that gets covered up by that. I'm not too worried about it. I should mention I will be adding a frost heater to this, but I've had that piece of plastic. Let's see if I can get that to stay. There we go. I had that piece of plastic on my other ALH powered car, which is a sedan, but the nose is the same, as you guys know. And I'm going to be replacing it with another one of these signs. I think it's a little bit more durable, and I'll just pull that out during the summer. It takes 5 minutes to pull the bumper off and put it back on. So I figured I'll make you guys a little video, show you what that's all about. And a lot of people were asking me about how that works, if I had success or not. With that one, it's pretty good, but like I said, I have a frost heater, so my car starts off pretty warm, and I don't see a tremendous drop in temperature. I saw a little bit, but it's only because the coolant that's still cold or cool is mixing with the one that's a little warm. But at that point, I'm driving, and it's just fine. But I will keep an eye on things with this car. I don't know when I'll be ordering that heater. Hopefully soon, but likely, since it's already cold here, it's actually really cold out. This starts fine. Battery runs fine. Glow plugs are good. But we'll see how it is. So, best of luck to you guys. Let me know how yours works out.